What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to this middle of the week blind anime talk, and this is a good one because my co-host, the Brown Butter Baker here, Christina, she gave me a good idea for a character rant. And it's really awesome. Hey, we're all dressed, we're all nice, and before I, put out like the other part of the character rant, let's give another nice welcome back to Kid Vision.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Woo! Woo!
Yes.
What's up, everybody?
So if you haven't seen my interview with him, definitely check it out. It's an interesting one. You learned a lot about him.
Oh gosh, yeah, too much, I think.
Oh no, now I gotta go look at it.
No. Too much, I think. Too much.
Yes, he had some interesting answers.
Oh, I gotta go see this one. All right, that's what I'm gonna be doing after stream.
Yes, but before we need to get Kid Vision's references, particulars, so just to make sure that he's a actual anime watcher, not just a tourist.
Oh,
Passing
wow.
by.
Wow, I've never heard that before, dude. No,
I'm an anime tourist.
I've heard stories about people that say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, hey, it's also in the fine print too. So don't worry, it's only a couple questions from me, like maybe two, maybe three, and then probably one or two from you. So he'll be fine,
Let me hear it.
Throw
him at me. I'm ready.
If you were trapped on an island,
Oh,
what would
gosh.
be your top 3 anime that you would have with you? And it is a working solar power player, So yeah.
Okay. Top 3 anime characters I'd take with me?
No, just an
Or
anime
wor-
in general,
Oh gosh.
Yep, that if you were literally trapped on an island.
I feel like you take Goku, right? I feel like you take Dragon Ball because,
Wait,
yeah, they're gonna
Dragon Ball,
have
the first Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z,
the
right?
franchise.
Because yeah, they're gonna have dinosaurs and stuff, right? But I'll probably have Goku in my corner,
Okay, so Dragon Ball Z. Okay.
How is Goku gonna, next, trying to think. If I was in the world of My Hero Academia, I might have a quirk. So maybe My Hero Academia as well. I might have superpowers.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool.
Not bad. And plus it's 7 seasons, so okay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I'm on an island, I'm not all the bad guys are over there. I'm on an island on my own, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Bleach, but I don't think Bleach would work, even though
Why?
I love Bleach a lot.
Because you probably don't want to constantly hear Bankai every time.
Yeah. Well, I'm also not a dead guy, so I wouldn't even have cool powers like a Soul Reaper. So I think I would go with. Honestly, I think I'd go One Piece because the pirates they're going around all the islands. Maybe I'll become part of a pirate crew and I'll become a straw hat pirate.
Okay, so uplifting and and it's long, so you won't get bored.
Yeah. I think I'm choosing those 3. I think we're going My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, and One Piece. If you don't
And
see
all
a theme-
shonen too.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't
Okay.
see a theme of what kind of anime I like, there you go.
Okay.
Ooh,
Then-
that's nice.
Okay, then top 5 favorite anime.
Oh gosh, top 5 favorite anime. Okay,
Oh, let me get my apple ready so I can munch through this one.
this one is gonna be difficult. I think my number 1 has to be Dragon Ball, just because the way that it impacted my life in multiple different ways.
Dragon Ball Z, right? Or Dragon Ball itself?
Just Dragon Ball in general. I think
Okay,
just the
okay.
series as a whole. Because I love OG
Okay.
Dragon Ball. I watched OG Dragon Ball. It's I prefer it. Dragon Ball Z obviously is what I grew up on, is my favorite.
Like everyone did, you know.
Yeah, and then I mean you've got Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super that came
We don't
later that
count
were
Dragon Ball
fun.
GT.
GT was fun.
The flames came out.
I know. So Dragon Ball has to be my number 1. Hunter x Hunter is my number 2, just because I love that anime a lot. I love the characters, the world. I think the power dynamic is really cool.
Except the Ant arc was so dialogue.
I love it. I love it though.
Like the Ant.
Chimera Ant.
You gotta do
arc.
that for later. For
Yep.
like, main
Yep.
anime. Okay.
What else? Top 5. It's really hard to rank them. I think.
It doesn't matter the rank. It just matters like the order that like you want to put it into.
Yeah. I think I'll go Bleach next. I'll go One Piece after that, just because I haven't finished One Piece yet, and then I'm gonna go Death Note.
Okay.
Lastly.
Okay. Something psychological. Okay.
I think I would really like Full Metal Alchemist. I just need to watch it. I think that's one that's on my radar. But I'm trying to get through One Piece right now, and that's been taking me 70,000 years. So.
Well, I finally made it past past 600, so I'm on like 629. So I made it to the other arc.
Nice. But yeah, One Piece has one of my favorite arcs of all anime, so I think One Piece has to be up there.
Okay. Well, those are good for like particulars. Okay, so I'll probably stick with 2. So Christina, you have any questions so we can, just make sure, he's not a tourist.
I don't care.
Okay, she doesn't care. Okay.
I have no questions. Sorry,
Okay.
boss. I have no questions.
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait a minute. This is the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. Out of all the animes,
Oh no.
who would be your waifu?
Oh gosh.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm out of this one.
This one's easy for me. Bulma. from
Bulma?
Dragon Ball. Bulma. That woman is the smartest woman of probably any anime, honestly. Not only did she create the Dragon Radar that started the entire venture, not only did she create a spaceship to bring them to Namek, she also created a time machine. I'm going Bulma. And the blue hair, the feistiness. I like Bulma. We're going Bulma.
So what I'm hearing is you're a Saiyan in disguise.
Hopefully. Jeez. My powers haven't kicked in. Goodness.
Without the attitude of like Vegeta.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we know you're not a tourist. Okay.
I probably still am. I really only watch Shonen Jump anime, so that might be a
So
little
just
bit of
JoJo
a-
only.
I mean, if
Shonen?
it helps, I've only ever seen whatever Toonami or Adult Swim aired because I don't really have subscriptions and I don't go to other places to look for things.
Yeah.
So I've only ever seen that. But I mean, Netflix, I can use Netflix now. So now I'm able to actually branch out a little bit more. But yeah.
Netflix and Hulu. Those are the two places. If you want to watch
Mhm.
anime, you better have Netflix and Hulu, I think.
Well, I have both.
Well,
Oh, spoiler. Okay.
Hey.
All that
hey,
wealth over
Mr.
there.
Big Bucks, yeah.
Hey, okay. It's better than sailing the seas, okay?
True.
Yeah, I sound like Chucky
You
from Rugrats.
back then, it took a while when you're sailing the seas, just to have something load up, okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness.
But, like, so since he's not a tourist, because, hey, yes, it's majority shonen, but that's fine. That's fine. We all have our own preferences, But yeah, so today's character rant, and thank you, Christina, for this one. It's because she did bring it up, and she had a lot to say.
Oh,
Vehemently,
not just
too.
about this particular character. I'm serious. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
yeah,
phrased it incorrectly.
But it is wasted potential Gohan, because I know when I told Kid, he was excited too.
I am. I like Gohan. He's not my favorite character. That goes to Piccolo. But
Really? Nice.
Piccolo's my favorite character. Yeah. So, but I feel like if you like Piccolo, you kind of gotta like Gohan. You know, it's kind of a package deal, I think. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
happy belated Father's Day to Piccolo.
Yeah. Right.
I know. Yes, that's true. So, why not? I'm gonna just throw you right there into the deep pool right away. So, take it off, Kid Vision.
Oh gosh. Okay. People say Gohan has wasted potential. Now I'm here to actively argue against this.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think Gohan has wasted potential. I think
Why?
Gohan has been achieving what he wanted to achieve since he was only like 4. Some of the first words we hear from coming out of Gohan in the anime is I want to be a scholar, not a fighter. He never wanted to be a fighter.
I wonder why he wants to be a scholar. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
You
Chi-Chi's
know?
fault. I apologize.
Mhm.
Yeah, but at certain, that might be Chi-Chi's fault, but he still grew up into a grown man and was like, I'm going to become a scholar, He
Yeah, and
likes
he
it.
did.
And he did,
Mhm.
and he does. So I do not think he has wasted potential. Now, when it comes to fighting, he just fights because he has to protect people. That's all. That's all he does. He doesn't like to fight. He's never been a fighter. That's the whole point of the Cell arc. Gohan. And I don't even think Gohan has the most wasted potential in the Goku family. I think that goes to Goten. I think Goten has more wasted potential in the anime and all that stuff than Gohan. I don't even. I think Gohan's fine. He's studying. He's looking up bugs. For some reason, he's a Saiyan and has to wear glasses. But it's fine.
Square looking glasses too.
Probably all the reading.
He also gets his eyes damaged quite a lot in the anime. So I wonder if maybe his human side. I don't know, cataract. I don't know, but I think. I don't think he has too much waste potential. He's just a scholar. He just wants to be he just wants to be a researcher and live his little human life.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, those are my points. That's all I wanted to say.
Christina, like your counter argument.
Oh, counter argument. Okay, so Gohan was actually my favorite, Gohan is actually my favorite character in the Z universe.
Mhm.
I say wasted potential just because of what he could do while alongside these things, because he seems more reliant on the fact that Goku and Vegeta are just always going to be there, so he doesn't have to. He can just live a normal life. Whereas his daughter, even though she's little, and even his brothers, which is not shown, is more of a writing problem, I feel like. But I can't really complain to the writer.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, man. Oh.
And the fact, that's not the story he wants to tell either. So my favorites aren't really going to be, front and center, and that's fine. Whatever. That's what fan fiction is for.
That's true.
But yeah, I just wish that Gohan would, understand. Goku hired a hitman to kill him so he could see if he could beat him or get stronger or whatever. And that should say enough to know, maybe I should train. When Frieza came back and, he was just, he couldn't power up. I'm just saying, not direct your whole attention and focus to training.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, maybe once every couple of days, just go outside and be train a little bit, But, that's also, like you said, it's not what he wants. And that's completely understandable. It's just it's like having an ability, being able to use it, knowing you have it, all the things, and then be like, no, I want to be a baker.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or no, I want to do this. And I completely understand it. Your wants matter. It's just all those safety nets sometimes may fail, and then it falls down on you. Now, but Gohan, now I'm going to defend for a second. Gohan can just get there, though, in terms of, he's not a Goku. He's not going to sit there and play with you, with food until, he sees what you can do. Gohan's just going to kill you or seriously maim or injure. So Gohan, he heard in the movie, the Piccolo movie, heard that Pan was kidnapped him. And he just kind of got there. He was just like, what? And just, creating craters outside his house and whatever. So I'm like, he can get there. He knows he's it's just he, directed his whole sole focus into just being a scholar. And that's, like I said, it's fine. It's just, all those safety nets were gone that time. And he was, I hope it shows, but I know that that's not I don't know. I think that there's some legalities into who can continue the story. So I don't think it's even continuing at the moment. So I don't know though, because I don't follow the.
I also was thinking too, to your point, like he could just go out and train. In Super, we see Goku and Vegeta just go to the hyperbolic time chamber, like, for weeks.
Yeah.
Why does Gohan just not pop in there and be like, hey, I'm going to train for, like, once a week, he just pops in there? Yeah, I guess.
Or like a day,
Mm-hmm. See, and that's what I was wondering, like, maybe it's just like, it's like a character thing. I want to be this. My dad can save the world. I don't have to do this. So he just does
or like have like at least like motivation to, like Christina said, just train, so just to be at least prepared if like something comes,
In the movie, Pam was training with Piccolo, or sorry, her other grandfather, and and then a little watch beeped or whatever. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go to school," and then she goes off to school, just like dude, wake up in the morning and train. But he just, his whole self is into whatever he's studying, which I have no idea what it is, but it is what it is.
Bugs in the superhero movie. I know he's studying bugs. It's very interesting to me, too, because someone else brought up this point that how many times does Piccolo have to be like, Gohan, do something before Gohan, like, gets it into his thick skull that, okay, maybe I should train? Because there's multiple times, like, when Frieza attacks in Super, and most of the time it is through Super, and one reason why I don't think Super is actually that good, but we'll get on that later. Like he does it in the Majin Buu arc, he's all cool and badass as Ultimate Gohan.
Yep.
And then Frieza attacks again a year later. Yeah, Frieza attacks, and then he hasn't been training, and he's in a tracksuit and he dies. And then you've got, or he almost dies. And then he's not strong, or he can't make the Universe 8 tournament because he has a meeting. And then the Tournament of Power happens, and he trains up again, and he's all badass, and he gets the bang back, and he's all Ultimate Gohan again, and he's cool, and you're like, woo, Gohan! And then we find out again after the Tournament of Power, when Superhero is happening, he just stops training again, and he's weak again.
Yep.
So it's like, how many times does Gohan have to learn, hey, the world is ending, maybe I should stay trained, before he gets it into his thick skull? And that's a point that they brought up that I can't really argue against. It's like, I mean, you're right. Like, I think with the way Akira Toriyama has written Gohan, is he wants him to be a scholar, but it almost feels to me like he wants to write Gohan out of the story a little bit, but the fans are like, what's happening with Gohan? What's happening with Gohan?
Yeah, because like
with fans end up liking the character, you
because like in like the Cell arc, he was like right there in center too.
I guess he was trying to show Gohan doesn't want to fight. Gohan's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can be a lover, but you gotta at least learn, like, at least understand that these threats are there.
Yeah.
And they may keep coming back, and you have the ability to do something. But I kind of get what he may have been going for there. It's just, I think
he also wanted to end it on Cell too. I know that's something that Akira Toriyama was trying to do. He wanted to end after Frieza. They were like, no, bring it back. And then he wrote the Cell arc.
Blame the fans.
This is what Burnout is.
Yeah, and then he brought it back again with the Majin Buu arc, which I think the Majin Buu arc has some of the hypest moments in Dragon Ball Z in general, with like Majin Vegito. Gotenks is one of my favorite characters as well.
Then Kid Buu.
Kid Buu is really cool. Yeah, so there's a couple like really cool moments, but he intentionally wrote it weird so people would stop asking. And
it's like inconsistent like writing.
Yeah, and then people wanted it really bad again, and then he brought back Super and all that stuff, right?
Well,
Oh,
I watched Super. It was kind of like a little bit of a, not like a full letdown, but then I'm like, oh, it feels like the typical Dragon Ball, you know?
is it now? I have a question for you. Does it
Yeah.
feel like a letdown because you're older?
No, it's just mostly, it's like, okay, Dragon Ball Z, Goku, something happens, Goku, he dies, then Goku again, saves again, Goku saves, Goku saves. Same thing with Super. But then this one, it's mostly, again, it's like Goku again. It's like almost like
Well,
a rinse and repeat. I get it, Goku
True.
is the protagonist, but still, it's like give us a little bit more,
To
It's like,
be fair,
mhm.
I Goku in the actual Dragon Ball Super arcs never wins a fight. I don't know if you noticed that, but Goku does
Mhm.
not win against Hit. He throws the game because he wants Hit to play as thing, and Monaka finishes
Yeah.
off Hit. And then in the Trunks arc, Trunks finishes off or cuts fused Zamasu
Zamasu's?
in half,
Yeah.
and then Zeno destroys it. And in the Tournament of Power, Android 17 wins the Tournament
So,
of Power.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
technically, Goku never really wins a fight.
I know, but at the same time, but then like it's like constant, just Goku. It's like you're just watching him, It's like okay, but let me watch the other characters. Let me see what happened to them,
I think that's one reason I really like the Tournament of Power arc, though, is because it
Yeah.
did shine light on, Tien and Krillin and Master Roshi. I'm wearing a Master Roshi
Master
shirt
Roshi
right
was
now.
interesting though, man. Bringing him back.
I was gonna say,
the
I also
fight.
did you watch after Super was completed, or did you watch Super week to week?
No, like I watched it like full because like Hulu had it, and it ended like after the Tournament of Power.
Yeah. See, I think that's another thing too. Is I was watching it week to week,
Mhm.
right? And when everything was fresh and new, Super's almost 7 years old at this point.
Yeah.
And which is crazy to think about, first of all.
Mhm.
Second of all, but I was watching it week to week, and that definitely changed my perspective. And I like, because oh man, Crunchyroll was crashed for like hours
Yeah.
during the Ultra Instinct moment. So like it's crazy to think about what like how an experience can change, right? And I also remember watching, like,
Mhm.
I'd wake up on Sundays and watch the dubbed with my little brother, right? When the dubbed was going
Woo,
on,
dub.
we'd record.
Oh yeah.
We'd record it on Saturday night, because it would pop up at like 1 in the morning. So we'd record it, and then Sunday morning we'd watch Hunter x Hunter, and we'd watch Dragon Ball Super, and record it on Toonami. And those were like, so like those moments impacted my enjoyment for Super. I don't think Super is necessarily my favorite. That still goes to OG Dragon Ball.
Well,
But-
I'm more of like the old man type of but the OG, I'm more of like the first Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I prefer the slice of life, silly, goofy OG Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
where Goku's patting people in the crotch because he doesn't know if they're men or women.
It's like,
Aw,
oh wait, lifting up a Bulma's skirt.
Yeah, Goku was Akira Toriyama was unhinged, but yeah, I don't know. When it comes to Gohan too, I think the longer the series went on, it was obvious people just loved Goku and Vegeta, because there's multiple times when Akira Toriyama was trying to swap who the main character was, right?
Yeah.
In the Saiyan arc, he wanted it to be Piccolo. People were not having it after Raditz. And then
Come on, man.
he wanted it to be Vegeta. People were not having it. And then he wanted it to be Gohan. People were not having. So it's like, I feel like after the Cell arc is where he hit his peak, and it just kind of went downhill from there. But up to that Cell arc, I feel like Gohan is in my opinion, a very well written character. Actually, I think he's one of the very few characters in the series who I think, like, you could look at the writing up to that point and be like, okay, that makes sense to me. And even in the Majin Buu arc, it makes sense to me. And I think if you were to look at him and just through Dragon Ball Z in general, okay, he's actually a very well written character. He got
So would
soft
you
in the times of peace.
So would you
but-
say like if Toriyama wouldn't have gave in to the fans and wrote how he wanted, like would you think like it'd be different?
No, because I don't think Akira Toriyama really knows what he was wanted to write. If I'm being honest, I think
Probably went on too long and just didn't have an idea anymore.
yeah, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
I think you can see that when it goes Super Saiyan Blue is the name for the blue-haired Super Saiyan. Like you know,
true.
it wasn't creative, right?
Yeah.
And
I have a friend that complained about the Vegeta's one. He's like, it could have been like, what did he say?
Ultra
Super
Instinct.
Saiyan- No,
Yeah.
Vegeta
Ultra
going blue could have
Ego.
been like Royal Blue or whatever. He's like, it could have been something since Vegeta's so
yeah,
obsessed with that. He's
So
just
like,
like,
they both had like the same color.
yeah, they're both blue.
yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, both of them are like a lightish blue color. It's kind of a weird
Like
shade
a
of blue.
highlighter.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
highlighter
okay.
blue.
Well, good to know. Yeah, because like I am fully blind, so thanks to them. So now I know.
And then the red,
Mhm.
the Super Saiyan God, is like red haired. And
It's
Okay.
it's a weird red.
I like it.
Like no. I'm a graphic designer. It's a weird red. It's like going into like, it's not pink, right?
Yeah, it's like
But it's not full on like red.
Yeah, it's kind of in between. I prefer that.
Except the rose one, but that was Zamasu.
Yeah,
That one
yeah.
was pink.
Rose is like full pink, yeah. Which you know, it's I don't know, and it's also interesting to me too. I will say with Gohan as well. I really like the way that they are giving him the ability to kind of go his own path from Goku and Vegeta in the manga as of late, as well as in Dragon Ball Super. He's like, no, I don't want to rely on Super Saiyan. I'm gonna rely on Potential Unleashed or Ultimate or whatever, right? He's gonna rely on that form.
the Ultra Beast thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
for him.
yeah. He's got beasts, and he's not trying to go Ultra Instinct. He's not trying to go Destroyer God, Ultra Ego. He's trying to go his own path, and it kind of shows that humanity that he does have, where it's like, I want to do my own thing. And because that's a very human trait, I feel, is to be like, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, and I like that.
And I like that too. I don't know. He's a very weird character in my opinion. He has so high like moments and high highs where you're like, oh my gosh, this character might be the coolest character of all time. And then he's got such low lows. You're like, I hate him.
The Great Saiyan Man.
Yeah. The
Oh my
Great
god!
Saiyan.
Listen, not everyone, but everyone has their weird teen early 20s phase.
Oh man, he was the Golden Warrior. He was the Great Saiyan Man, which I liked in the Buu saga when he takes off the bandana or the helmet and the sunglasses, and he just has the green and black with the gloves and the Super Saiyan. I thought that outfit was pretty cool. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't see that one very often.
I have a complaint about his beast form. Why's his hair gotta be so?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be the hair.
Why the hair gotta? Okay.
What's the hair?
So do you remember?
Super Saiyan 2.
Was it 2 or 3 where their hair grew really, really, really long?
3. Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
So imagine 3, right?
Mhm.
But instead of going down, it just sticks straight up,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
big.
It's like Super Saiyan 2 if you were to like Teen Gohan, but multiply it by like 3. It's really weird.
Okay.
That's how it was described
And
to me. It
it's
was like,
grayish silver.
his eyes are red, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Again,
like, what
how
is
much-
this? This isn't a Broly power kind of thing. Like, what are we tapping into here? And that's why I'm mad. I wish Gohan had his moments, because Gohan, like I said, I have a Trunks. I changed my shirt. I found it. I have my shirt on right now. You know, Trunks with the Super Saiyan and the, what does he got? His sword or whatever. But like, Trunks was my second favorite character, the Teen Trunks. But it's like Gohan has all these things he could do. and we don't get it.
This is true.
It's
Go
like
on.
dangling it right there, and you're like, yes, yes, he's a
Yeah.
denied.
True.
But that's
Well,
what fan fiction is for. I'm just gonna go hunt it down now.
Even in Dragon Ball Daima, the new series, like he's not in it.
What?
He's not.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
I'm
I was gonna watch it on Netflix at some point as Akira Toyama's last work and whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's coming on Toonami. And I was like, fine, I'll just watch it there. And I'm just over here like, now you just said he's not in it. I'm like,
He's not. Yeah, but it is still a good watch, I would say, because it's got some really fun moments, and it does feel very Dragon Ball-esque. And if you like the dub, having Stephanie come back as Goku over.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought the voice sounded familiar. I was
she
like, that
comes
has to
back,
be.
which she did in the original Dragon Ball Z dub. She did Goku and Kid Gohan as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, okay.
that voice will like forever be ingrained
Yeah.
into my brain, right?
Gohan.
Mhm.
And Colleen Clinkenbeard, she's the one who voices like Luffy, but she also has been voicing Goku when he's younger. I'm not a huge fan of her voicing Goku, but yeah, having Stephanie come back as Goku and that being like a huge announcement was very cool. So I do recommend it. And plus you get like Kid Vegeta and stuff like that. You get
I mean, they're
Yeah.
adorable looking. They're adorable.
you get some fun characters that you don't get to see. Kid Roshi, so like it's just silly and goofy and fun.
Mhm. And
And
it seemed
it's
like that would be probably where he wanted to be or ended at.
yeah,
I don't
and
know. It
it's-
sounded like he just wanted to continue without them fighting and just go on nice adventures or whatever. Like you said, with Goku randomly patting people, going, "Are you male or female?"
yeah. OG Dragon Ball is hilarious.
Well, it
and
can't do it. Never mind. I won't say that. Anyway,
Yep. And OG has a lot of like the questionable moments too.
It definitely does have a lot of questionable moments, but looking back at it, because it came out in the 80s, right? Like, you look back
it
at
won't
it,
fly now.
you
But
just
like the
kind of
80s,
laugh.
90s, because like truthfully, but like around that time, anime got away with a lot of stuff.
Ghost
Well, also-
stories.
Yeah.
It also was not like westernized, right? Like
no, not yet.
OG,
Not yet.
OG Dragon
No.
Ball was not. It was Dragon Ball Z that really like took that and ran and made it big. So like, I mean, the Japanese is a different culture, right? Like they,
Yes, it is.
so
think it was-
they're gonna do
Mhm.
silly, crazy stuff.
I think it was something what I heard once was that America made Goku into like a superhero, but that's not what the original like character arc or whatever was supposed to be.
Mhm.
And that's why people are like probably so irritated and disappointed with Goku and Super. Because the thought of Goku would give Thanos the Infinity Stones just to see how strong he'd get, I consider valid.
Yeah, and
He would. He would.
Versus, like some people going, no, Goku wouldn't do that. Goku's like, yes, he would.
I mean, in Super, like he literally was gonna destroy all of the universes just to fight people, right?
People,
Like,
just to want to fight people. Okay.
and
Well,
that I
wait.
feel that is very.
I don't think he did
Saiyan-esque.
that. I thought Zeno was just going to kill him off anyway, and then Goku was just like, well, at least let them fight. Like, give them a fighting chance. kind of thing.
He asked like Zeno to make a tournament. Okay.
Yeah, he's
But
the reason the tournament
just for him to
even
fight.
existed.
Yeah.
And
Wait, wasn't Zeno
everyone was-
going to just destroy the universes anyway?
No, he was
No.
gonna destroy the bottom two universes, which he's done in the past. There used
They
to be,
said
like,
that. I remember.
there used to be like
Yeah.
16 universes, and he destroyed it to 14 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Me being that universe going, wait,
Yeah. What did I do?
Hmm.
I don't like your number.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And
'cause,
Goku
like-
was like, "Hey, let's do the tournament, Zeno. I'm gonna remind you about this tournament you were gonna set up with all the universes." And everyone was like, "Goku, what are you doing? Stop! Like, stop! You're gonna get us
stop.
you're gonna get us all killed. Stop!" And he still did it anyways. Like, and yeah, that's what caused. I mean, granted, they brought them all back.
Yes, but still,
I
just to fight people, because like that's the one thing that I didn't like about that argument. That I'm like, Goku, you just wanting to fight people, really?
I I mean that's supposed to be his whole character from the beginning, right? Like that's
Yeah,
I think
it is, but then it just sometimes for me personally, it did get kind of like like one note,
I don't like how they made Goku very stupid in Super. They made him
Thank you.
very
Oh my God.
dumb.
What's a kiss? It's Goku.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't
have
want to get too,
She's
yeah, I was like, I
"You're
don't want to get too
children."
graphic, but that man has kids with Chi-Chi.
Yep.
And if we assume the biological stuff, that means Goku was doing things. And you're telling me he doesn't know what kiss is? Come on.
Yep.
It's like-
And then
Vegeta's
like and then
so
also
offended.
like the beginning episode was like, oh, I don't need this money.
Yeah, well. And
Man, don't say that near Chi-Chi. She'll end up killing him.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dad, how'd you die this time? Your mom killed me.
Your mom,
Yep.
right? I was gonna say.
Well,
I
if
do
you
th-
want to know, I mean, Dragon Ball Z Abridged has, some random, little segments of how
how Goten
Yep.
was made.
goes in.
Oh gosh. Yikes.
But for Super, the parts I like was when Vegeta went, not my Bulma.
Oh yeah, that's the start. Yeah, that's the first arc. That's a very good Vegeta moment. I feel like Super did
Mhm.
Vegeta very well.
It
Yep.
And I like
He
Vegeta a
balanced
lot.
dad life with training
Yeah,
very
and-
well.
And to wrap it all back to Gohan too, like Vegeta does it very well. He still trains a lot. He's still
Mhm.
gone doing his thing, but he's also at the same time
He's
able
there
to
actually
be there
for his kids almost.
yeah, he's able to be there for Bulma when she's having a baby,
Mhm.
Mhm.
And if we use a Daima for like Bulma's the only one who's gonna stop him from doing stuff, right?
Mhm.
And I won't spoil because that clip is very hilarious. If you do watch it, it's very funny.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like Bulma's the only one who can really stop him from fighting and stuff like that. Like he's a family man, and he is a kid. Like the Vegeta from the Saiyan arc is not going to do the bingo dance, to save the
No.
universe and stop Beerus from just killing everyone. But the
Or
Vegeta we
food.
have now in Super, he's making a mockery of himself just to make sure that the ones he loves and cares about are safe.
Mhm.
And he does very good. And like Gohan just doesn't. Gohan, he won't take that sack. He won't just train. He won't just do his thing. And man, this is making me want to watch Dragon Ball again. This is an issue. I gotta finish One Piece.
Okay, so I have another character rant for you. Since you said you watched this series,
Uh-huh.
Gon from Hunter x Hunter
I
wasted potential, but I'm gonna say I'll just say why. I understand the story is still going on and all the things.
yeah.
It's just there's a YouTuber, I'll like send it the toes when I can find it, that talked about the relationship between Gon and Killua and how Gon is I don't know, I think he said rather selfish. I don't know, because he's 12,
Yeah.
and how he
Yeah,
went
yeah.
off the deep end for a guy he knew for like 5 days.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's because he's never had any loss. He's never experienced it, and he just kind of lost his shit.
Mhm.
Like, I get it, but damn.
Mm,
You know what? Find somebody that loves you like Gon.
that's true. I think to me, it's almost the opposite of that, where
Mm,
he knows damn near nothing but loss, right? Because the
Hmm.
entire point of the story is Gon's trying to find Gene. Like he's trying to find his dad because his dad's just
The
gone,
deadbeat
right?
dad.
Deadbeat dad, right?
Is he
So,
on the
like-
deadbeat dad list?
I wonder if, like, in my opinion, I feel like Gon, he crashes out for someone he knows for 12 days, but like it's because he gets
Mhm.
attached quickly and
Yeah.
doesn't want to let that go, because of what
Mhm.
happened with his father. I mean, he meets Kite later as well in like the different arcs, stuff like that. And well, obviously we know what happens to Kite, and it's like
Yep.
it's just I feel like Gon's an interesting character. Killua and Kurapika are my two favorite characters from that series. I've only watched the anime. I've not read it.
No,
Same.
but I did hear there's some interesting things going on in the Succession War or whatever. That they're still on their way to the dark. What is it? The Dark Continent or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if they'll ever get there in
Yeah,
my
that-
lifetime. Okay. That's not nice. That's not nice.
I don't know if they will though. That man makes a manga panel every 4 years. That's
It's
it.
and I get it because that's like with Akira Toriyama. I was like, it has to be Burnout because
Yeah.
he made Yu Yu Hakusho, and I think he wanted to end it after the Dark Tournament, and they were like, no, so he had to continue.
Yeah.
And you like, I don't know. I would like Hunter x Hunter to get like a 2020 version.
I wanted to get a proper like. I think he just needs to end it. I think he needs to find a good like finish the arc.
And just let it go.
Yeah.
Because even with My Hero Academia, I forgot his name. Is it Kohei Horikoshi?
Yeah, Horikoshi. Yeah.
He or they like, even when it ended, every couple of months there's like another panel or another like a couple of pages of here's Eri. Eri's doing stuff. You know, she's in like high school now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you needed a break, didn't you? And I feel bad because I've heard about what their schedules are like 6 a.m. to like midnight or something, and I'm like,
Yeah, just constant drawing and creating and
it like
and then writing too. So yeah,
you're gonna stagnate. Like you're just gonna, it's just gonna hurt. Like constant, like, for the people who can constantly create and have it like be nice and refreshing. Awesome, kudos to you. You need a break.
I think the mangaka for Hunter x Hunter was getting like sick because of the hours he was working.
Yep.
So it was like,
it's
just, yeah. I think Hunter x Hunter needs a good ending. They need to figure out what to do. I think One Piece is actually coming to an end.
Yep.
Soon
I've heard that 10 years ago.
Yep.
Well, that's fair.
Oh, they're in their last arc. 15, 20, 30 years. I'm joking.
What was I gonna say? I know someone who's like up to date on the manga, and he was like, he also said like, I think they're genuinely gonna come to an end.
I'd like to
be
watch that
another
ending, even
2
though I
or
haven't
3
watched
years, but yeah, I was gonna say it might be another 2 or 3 years for them to get to that point, but it feels likely. And like a lot of mangaka, especially who are close to Akira Toriyama, went on a little bit of a hiatus after his passing.
Yeah.
And Oda was definitely one of them. I think he's still on hiatus right now, actually. I don't think new panels or manga chapters have been coming out. And
Take your break.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, like look at, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, they finally ended like Ash's thing.
Yeah.
It took me a minute. I was like, did you say Asta? I was about to be like, what?
No, not Asta.
I know. You leave my spirit animal out of it. Oh my gosh.
Hey, okay. Asta later. Asta, the later Asta is much better than the earlier Asta. Okay.
Hey, you leave my spirit animal out of this, man. Asta's the best. Asta will get, you're like, oh, you're talking about me? Man, you must really don't like me. He's fine. He doesn't care. He's like, oh, wait, why are you just attacking her character like that? Oh, no, we're fighting. It's just the way he deals with it. Like, he's not quiet. He's just like, wow, you must really hate me. Oh, but there's free food, so.
Very Shonen Jump-esque, I feel.
Yep. Like, I was like, whatever. It's just I've never really heard many of them actually say something back or acknowledge them being like disrespected like that. Unless, well, usually just like whatever, or it rolls off my back. I was just like, I have food. I don't care.
That's true. But then, like also the other character, I think that was in Super that I like. At least they touched on like a little bit. Was also Krillin, because Krillin needed.
Anyway, I'm going back to scrolling, looking for this freaking thing that I was going to tell you about.
Yeah, yeah, because again, yes, he did get loved like a bit in the tournament, but the early part, he did a bit more.
I'm a Krillin hater, so
I hated him since
But,
Dragon Ball.
but that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
The shifty eyes in Dragon Ball.
I'm a Krillin hater. I think he peaked when Frieza blew him up. That was his
The
Dang.
Namek arc. The Namek arc.
That was his moment.
Dang, you ain't have to do
And
Krillin
then
like that.
past that, other than getting 18, he has done nothing worthwhile.
Even 18 said some mess about him during the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, even 18's like, man,
Holding
don't be
your
a weak-
daughter just
She's
said
like-
some mess.
She's like,
like-
don't be a weak bitch. And I was like, whoa, like
This
like,
is essentially what she said.
18. Jeez,
Your daddy got
Louise.
hurt by a teeny weeny bullet.
Yeah. Oh no, a gun hit your dad. I was like, hey, you're made of metal. You leave me alone.
Well,
She's
yeah,
human now.
like plus
Ish.
yes, that part was fun. Yeah, but then in like the tournament, yeah, he had his moments. So yeah,
He did not. He loses first.
that's a good. Thing.
18 also gets. The tournament power is so good and also so bad at the same time. Piccolo is using his stretchy arms the entire time to save people's asses. He is stretching his arms, grabbing stuff. But when he goes to fall off the stage, why did he not use his stretchy arms to bring himself back on the stage?
Well, and also I agree.
Fighting
Yeah,
enemies
he
is not part of the story.
did get knocked out, but then like the other funny thing is, Master Roshi like lasted longer like than he did.
Yeah, like Krillin saves 18. Cool. Why is 18 got knocked out because she sprained her ankle? Like she got knocked out that way. Roshi, the way they did Roshi was very good. I honestly think Roshi should have died in the tournament power.
Yeah.
And I love Roshi, but I think if he would have died, people would have been heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
I think because he would have died due to his own causes, so he couldn't have been wished back because his body just shut down. I think
You know what?
that would have been.
That's the one thing about Dragon Ball 2. It's like, yes, they saved the world, but then they kind of abused the Dragon Balls a bit, just to bring people
bit.
back. Yeah. A lot of it, okay? A lot.
A lot
That's
of
one
it.
reason I think.
Mm-hmm.
One reason why I don't think GT is as bad as people say it is. I think GT had some really good ideas, just executed poorly. Like the
Okay.
Shadow Dragon idea of them overusing the Dragon Balls and it biting them in the ass is a very
Good counter, right?
good
to, like-
idea, in my opinion. I think it works very well. They've kind of set that up in the Z and stuff like that. It worked very well. I think Baby as like a parasite is such a unique and fun, cool idea. Wasn't a huge fan of the Super 17 arc, but it is what it is. Also having like the Black Star Dragon Balls. I think the Black Star Dragon Balls in general are a good idea too. It's like, dude, these are gonna explode the planet. It just uses up too much resource. Is very interesting to me, and I thought it was very fun. So I think GT has some really good ideas. It was just executed not in the best of ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another point where, oh my gosh, they don't use Gohan at all.
Writing in, I guess that's not the story that they wanted to tell.
Yeah, but like he just wasn't in it. He was just non-existent until Baby takes him over, and then all of a sudden he's beating up Vegeta. Him and Goten are.
Yeah. And then like a barely oob.
Ooh, I do like Oob. I do hope they do something with Oob. He's a fun character.
It's like having to have like pictures on the wall every day, going, "Oh yeah, shoot that character over there. Oh no, I forgot."
Yeah, well, there's so many of them, right? Like, I feel like Dragon Ball just has so many characters that like somebody loves this character. Like that's their favorite. Like somebody's favorite character is Arale, and
What?
yeah, and we just have to deal with that, I guess. And so that's why Arale gets brought back, or someone's favorite character has
Like
to
a
be
Brawly?
like, yeah, it has to be like Oolong the pig, and that's why Oolong is just there, It's just
Or like a Pilar.
yeah, Plar, yeah, it's it's weird.
Like when they start arguing, I think it was in Dragon Ball when they saw each other, it's like Plar and Oolong, and they're like just arguing. Like see these little creatures just arguing. I'm like, what are you?
Yeah, well, they argue a bunch, but they're shapeshifters. Like they're both
Mhm.
shapeshifters or something weird,
Mhm.
which
Mm.
never gets explained. All you know is they both went to like a shapeshifting school, and
Mhm.
somehow Plar ended up in the desert with Yamcha, and Oolong is like a kind of a creep, like terrorizing these. Well, yeah, he's just a creep terrorizing this poor village and stealing their women. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and then in Z, you never see them use those powers again.
Nope. And then
Nope.
yeah, and then like Yamcha from Dragon Ball to Z. Nope. Oh, I didn't train as much no more. I can't fight as well no more.
To be fair, Yamcha's kind of always just been a loser. He's always just lost. Like even in Z, I don't think he wins a single match in OG Dragon Ball either.
No, he doesn't. But no.
Yeah, because he loses to Goku, and he beats up Goku, but Goku was hungry, and so he wasn't fighting.
Understandable.
And then, yeah, understandable, right? And then
Yeah.
there's a rematch, and Goku like beats the crap out of him. And then he fights Tien. Tien breaks his leg. Like it's just all the memorable fights. He kind of just goes through it, I guess.
Yeah.
Poor Yamcha.
But then like the other characters too, probably. Even though like we do see him train a lot, was I like Tien too.
Yeah. Tien is a interesting character, and I kind of hope they go down the route. There's a game called Dragon Ball Online. It was like a World of Warcraft MMO for Dragon Ball. It was really cool.
They made that?
Yeah, it existed, and it was really cool. It was like only in Korea, and then people ported it over and like made an English version when all the servers shut down. So like you could play it today, and there's like a English server for it. But in that lore, Tien makes a Crane Hermit school, which is what he does in Dragon Ball Super, which is really cool. Like he's passing on the Crane Hermit teachings, but in a kinder, gentler way, not like how Mercenary Tao and
But it's teaching him, yeah.
yeah, and the Crane. I was trying to think of the Crane Hermit's name. I do not remember it.
It's been so long since I watched that series.
Shen. There it is. And then Krillin opens up in that timeline, in like that Dragon Ball Online world. Krillin opens up a Turtle Hermit school, which I thought was really cool, and I think something they should explore.
Give him something to do.
Yeah, instead of just being a police officer and growing his hair back every 2 minutes.
Okay. Shoot, I lost it. I had one I was gonna say, but it's gone.
Okay. Well, any last few thoughts before we go?
Oh,
Good.
no, you're good.
No, I was just gonna say Dragon Ball's great. Go watch it. Go watch OG Dragon Ball. You can watch the subbed on Hulu. You can watch the dubbed of everything else on Hulu. Go watch it. It's fun. I love it.
I was gonna say, when you said Master Roshi should have stayed dead or died in the Tournament of Power.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How caught up with My Hero Academia are you?
Not very caught up.
Never.
I haven't started season 7 yet.
I'm pretty far behind. I gotta
See, I
catch
haven't
up.
seen it, but I listen to manga chapter reviews, and
Uh,
I'll say this: a character that gets severely injured, I feel like should have just died.
okay.
I know that they're not. I just feel like they should.
I think that happens a lot in Shonen Jump. Is like characters just need to die more. I think and stay dead. It's like
I get you don't want to kill the kid, but
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
that's true.
I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like Naruto also has that where like people die and they get reanimated, or Dragon Ball obviously has the Dragon Balls. One Piece, like people should be dying, but they're not.
I know, right?
There-
You got thrown into
there-
this wall over there, but you're still breathing.
Yeah.
Yep, or like supposedly dead, but then a few arcs later, comes back.
Surprise, I'm alive. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hey, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this character rant. Hey, put in the comments for other character rants. Hey, and we will vote on them too. Hey, and like you also might see Kid Vision back too because
Oh
he
gosh.
he probably doesn't get a chance to talk about anime stuff.
I do not actually.
Aw. Don't worry, I talk my boyfriend's head off all the time, and I feel bad. So I'm like, babe, blah, 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 blah. He's just like, okay.
I'll never understand when Goku hit the Kamehameha.
But,
You heard me talk
but-
about him.
but hey, well, real quick. But so, any last shameless plug, Kid Vision?
Oh, I do stream every Tuesday through Saturday. I stream. I probably won't stream today just because I am exhausted. I got very little sleep. But, yeah, I stream every Tuesday through Wednesday. Twitch.tv/KidVision. I also just started a YouTube, Kid Vision on YouTube at KidVision_KV. And then my Twitter. I'm on Twitter a lot. I tweet probably entirely too much and retweet funny things and stuff like that and talk about how fighting games make me want to hurt myself. But that
Probably
is,
MK.
yeah, at Vision_KV on Twitter. So yeah, follow me there. I like to chill, talk anime, talk video games, talk fighting games, talk Dungeons and Dragons, Hearthstone, anything nerdy. I'm pretty much there. So yeah.
Christina? Oh,
Eat more brown butter cookies.
Okay.
Watch more anime.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Hey, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to ring the bell so you can get notified of my future streams or upcoming streams. It's much appreciated for everyone watching. Hey, me and my co-hosts and guests. Hey, peace out. Thank you, y'all. Bye.